And welcome, hello, and welcome to e-mprov. I'm here tonight again with Topher Bellavia, who has very kindly agreed to return to the e-mprov virtual stage after I very rudely left him hanging for, I found out now, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. He was alone on improv, improvising all by himself. How does that rank? How does that rank, Topher, on a scale of of worst fears?
Of being thrown out on the stage alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's worse than just being on stage
Oh
alone,
yeah,
right? Because you're just by yourself.
right. And a lot of people could be watching,
That's
but
right.
you're not sure. It's like the Foucault's panopticon.
You have no idea. You're just in your apartment alone. There's this dumb machine pointed at you, and you're making up scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And did you feel like you had anything cooking in the scenes you were doing by yourself with your computer? Did you feel like anything like started going to the point where you were happy?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. No.
It was
Well,
one of
I
those.
also go ahead.
It was one of those meta scenes where you realize the improviser's not doing well because they start saying, "I hate this. I don't like where I am." So my scene started out was like, "Am I alone here?" I was like, "Topher."
That's very funny. That's very funny. I also did a terrible improv by myself, not knowing that it had been my connection that got cut. I also was doing hard, but you can't. The terrible thing is that we broadcast Topher's and we did not broadcast mine. So this is truly a gentleman to come back after that rude introduction. And we're just gonna get right into it. We're not gonna wait. We're gonna do it. We've got this suggestion from uh, Facebook, a popular social networking site. And the suggestion for our improvisation this evening is going to be Atonement, the movie. Atonement, the movie.
I did not know that would be that violent in there. I was hoping for more family fare for our first date, so I apologize for that.
It was an extremely violent film, Roger.
Yes, very violent, very
I found
violent. None of the reviews mentioned all of the decapitations and the fighting, the sword play.
Do you think it means something about our relationship? Do you think it points to something? Because I think it does.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, I come from a family that believes nothing happens on accident.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Huh.
So it means something. I mean, I suppose walking at home in this park at night, I feel safe to be with a man who would bring me to a movie like that because to me it feels like you could defend me if something happened.
That's probably true. That's probably true. Say a there was a murderer behind that bush. I'm sure I could bust out some ninja moves and protect you.
Is it probably true or is it true?
It's
Because
definitely true.
it's definitely true. You said probably.
I'm sure I could. I'm sure I
Ro-
could. Here,
Roger,
yes.
I believe that everything means something. You
Mm-mm.
said probably, that must mean something. It must mean something. And my first guess is that it probably means probably. That you're not sure. What? Ow! You hit me in my head.
I wanted to prove it.
Oh my lord, that hurt so badly.
I'm making bad decisions today.
No, don't doubt yourself. It's good that you followed your instincts, but my lord, am I bleeding?
A little.
I'm bleeding from my nose.
Oh, yes, and it's just a little from your forehead.
It's
Let me
not.
get a handkerchief.
So you did that only to prove that you could defend me if you had to?
Yes. Yes. Did it work? It was kind of an unconventional take.
Well, I don't know, because on the one hand, for certain, you're very strong and you're fast.
Thank you.
You're very fast. You're faster than I would have thought. But on the other hand, you attacked me. I'm
Yes.
looking for support. I'm looking for someone who will defend me, not attack me.
Well, I wanted to demonstrate.
But what did you demonstrate? Look? Roger, I feel like I'm repeating myself to a ridiculous degree. I believe that everything means something. So you attacked me, that means something. Doesn't it mean something?
That I punched you in the face means something.
It means something more than just that you could defend me if I attacked myself, I suppose. Were I at war with myself, then I wouldn't have to worry. You would knock me out.
I knew it was going to be violent. I knew it was a violent movie. I wanted to get you all scared and take you out into this park and defend you from a murderer.
Well, I respect a man with a plan.
Hmm. So I should call it off.
What's that?
The murderer.
You hired someone to try and murder me?
I needed to make it look real.
So who did you hire? An actor or an actual murderer?
An actual murderer.
Those are for hire?
Yes.
Well, how much does that cost? How much does it cost to hire a murderer?
It's $5,000.
Oh my God.
It's an investment, though, in our relationship, our connection.
That is so expensive.
I know, right? I was going to ask you to marry me, but I had to hock the ring.
This is so romantic. I only hope we don't die.
Do you?
I really do.
I got a call to make. So will you like scrambled eggs?
Yeah, all right. Sure. Is that what's good here?
Yes.
Yeah?
Toast.
I want the best. All right? I got a big day ahead of me. I want the best.
A big day, say ya, huh?
Yeah, it's a big day.
You're wearing a suit. That's a nice suit.
Sure, this thing? Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a funeral. I'm going to a funeral.
You're going to a funeral. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, no, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going to give the eulogy. And
very important.
I think so. I'm coming up in the world. You want to make sure that my belly's full. Don't want to have low energy up there.
Mm-hmm. So lay forth. What's it about?
What's that?
What's it about?
What's the funeral about? Or what's
the eulogy?
The eulogy. So a sort of a section of the funeral. Well, I'm gonna kind of wing it. I've got a couple of things I want to discuss, and then I've got a couple of things I might discuss depending on the energy in the room. I'm not sure which way it's gonna go because this wasn't a surprise. We knew this person was gonna die, so it might be more celebratory than most funerals.
So you've been taking notes?
Yeah, I'd say so. Mental notes. Well, I've been noticing things as this person approached the finality of their life.
My husband recently died.
Is that right?
Yes.
Huh. Ooh. Suddenly, or?
Pretty suddenly.
Mm-hmm. Accident or disease?
I pushed him off a bridge.
You killed your husband?
Yes.
My God.
Don't tell anyone. I don't know why I just told you.
You killed your husband by pushing him off of a bridge?
Yes.
Was he an abuser? Did he abuse you?
No, it just worked my last nerve. He was just a very obstinate man.
Can I smoke in here?
Yeah, sure. There's nobody else here.
Well, you might not like the smoke.
Oh, no, that's fine. I was a smoker for 40 years.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
You're older than you look. I would have guessed you were 38, 37?
Oh, 58.
My God.
I smoked in the Navy.
We started at a weird age, huh? At 18. Most people start a little younger.
I started when I went to the Navy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
18?
Yes.
It's a weird age. Most people start younger. So why'd you kill your husband?
I wasn't attracted to him anymore.
Huh. Couldn't you just fool around on him? Couldn't you just fool around on him? Couldn't you just fuck around?
I guess I could have.
It seems harsh to kill someone just because they're not attractive.
I didn't think that far into it.
Where'd you meet? The Navy?
Yeah,
Huh. Ain't that the way?
yeah.
It's a filthy habit.
Yeah.
How those eggs coming?
Pretty. Oh, I forgot to. Scrambled eggs. You want them dry or
You
runny?
didn't order them? You didn't order them?
No, I didn't. I'll just yell it over there now. Well, how will you want them cooked?
I'd like them scrambled, please.
I know scrambled, dry, runny, regular.
What's fastest? Running?
Yes.
Running, then.
Runny scrambled eggs. So, who died?
I don't know if I can trust you with that information.
Oh.
I don't know if I want you finding out about me. You're a murderer.
Yeah, but yeah. What is there to know about you?
I don't know if I want to tell you. I don't know if I want to share with you personal details. You might be able to find me and murder me. Murder me for not being attractive enough for you.
You're attractive enough for me.
Yeah, but not if I get older. I could tell you were attracted to me, but if I get older, you might kill me.
Come on, tell me.
All right. It's my old 6th grade teacher. He's dead, Mr. Walrap.
Mr. Walrap?
That was his name.
I know Mr. Walrap.
You know Mr. Walrap, the old
Yes.
elementary school teacher?
Mm-hmm.
You know him.
Yes.
How do you know?
Comes in here every day. Used to.
You must have known then he's near death.
I was in love with him. I can't go to the funeral.
You kill that man?
Oh, I didn't kill him. I was in love with him. I killed my husband.
You're in love with your husband.
Yes. Your
You
eggs are
poisoned.
up. Yes?
Don't change the subject. You poisoned Mr. Walrap? It would have had to have been a poison because he seemed very sick for months.
I poisoned him.
So you did kill him?
Yes. I was dancing around it, but I killed him.
Well, I'm not going to have these eggs then. If you killed a man with poison, I'm not going to eat your eggs.
Well, what did you write for the eulogy?
I didn't write a thing. I'm going to wing it. And now I've got more material to wing it with.
Oh, don't you?
Oh, I will. Don't
Oh.
think I won't.
In your eulogy?
You have ruined my morning. You have ruined my morning.
Those are perfectly good eggs.
I'm not going to eat those eggs. You're a poisoner. You're a person who
eat those
poisons people.
eggs.
No, I won't. I will not. I won't. And now I'm going to have to do this eulogy. What are you doing? What's that?
Sit down.
What did you do with your mouth? What was that?
Sit down. You eat those eggs.
I'll sit, but I won't eat. I won't eat these eggs. I'll sit down. I'll go ahead and sit. That I'll do. But
Okay.
I will not eat your eggs.
All right. Just lean forward a little. I'm just going to feed you a little bit of egg.
I am not having those eggs. I will not put those eggs in my mouth. I will not.
Come on. Come on.
Don't you put that. No. Ugh. Ugh.
Doesn't that feel better?
I do feel that my hunger is abating. Were those eggs poisoned?
Yes. Yes, those were poison eggs.
You are a horrible,
I'm a
horrible person.
horrible person.
You're a horrible person to order breakfast from, that's for sure.
Everybody who comes in here gets killed. That's why it's so empty.
I don't know. I mean, I want to do something with the room
Mm-hmm.
that says
Mm-hmm.
it's a new start.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I left my job at the factory,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's important that people see that a professional change affects me at home as well. But I'm not sure what that means in terms of what to do in here.
So you want somebody to reflect the factory.
No, I wouldn't want to reflect. I mean, it's my home, so I don't want to reflect the factory because it was a pretty filthy place. I'm more interested in like something that just says, "Hey, I'm getting a new start. I'm getting a new, And I'm sure you must get as a interior designer, you must get
Mm-hmm.
requests like this, right?
Mm-hmm. Close your eyes.
All right, sure. All
Now
right.
picture where you are most happy.
Ooh, that's a sore point.
Oh,
Huh.
are you okay?
I'm getting some pretty disturbing images right
Oh,
now. Yeah.
well, just
Do you want me to keep going, or do
yeah,
we?
yeah. Just okay. Can you tell me any of them, or is it too close?
Well, it's most of my most happy memories are from about 6 years ago, but
Okay.
they involve a lot of people who at the time were extremely close to me who have been killed.
Mm-hmm.
So the memories come back. Me
In what
finding
way?
I was involved in a. Can I open my eyes, or should I keep
Oh,
them
just sure.
closed?
Open your eyes.
I was involved in a kind of cloak and dagger power struggle with a serial killer, and I got the better of him ultimately. He's in prison now, but he murdered most of my family. Kind of a mixed bag sort of thing.
I see something macabre here. I see melted candles. I see blood on the walls. Maybe some tears in the sheetrock.
No, I mean those are all those that all makes sense that you would think
Yeah,
of.
right. Doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because my family was murdered in a very
Mhm.
grisly and horrible way. But I'm trying to make a fresh break here, all
Oh,
right?
right, right. You said
I
fresh
want
break.
something happier, something
Something
lighter.
happier. Lighter, lighter, lighter.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to be reminded of the way my family was cut up. So if you know, getting that job at the factory was a bad choice. It was a downer. It was a downer.
Yeah. An abattoir isn't the place you should have been. How about just pictures of your family all over the place? Is like paint something like maybe on the ceiling.
That's what the murderer did. He painted pictures of the people he would kill. So that is a particularly awful idea. And you couldn't have known, but no.
How about a child's bedroom?
I
You know, like,
really, no.
no.
You're really off. You're really off on this. Why would I? I'm a single man. I have no family. I certainly don't want a child's bedroom in this house. I want something like, you know what I want? I want like a spring break feel or energy, like a light. I'm gonna go out and get drunk. I'm gonna go to a pool,
How
something
about the
like that.
interior of a plane?
I
You're
don't
on
want
your
to imagine.
way to spring break. It expresses some sort of like traveling, some forward momentum.
Would there be like reclining chairs? Would there
Oh
be
yeah, there would be reclining chairs.
trays?
Mm-hmm.
It seems high concept, not very
Maybe
functional.
from the wall, trays from the wall. Huh?
I mean, it doesn't offend me the way the other ideas you've had offended me, but
Mm-hmm.
it seems overwrought,
Okay. Overwrought. Too much. Step too far.
a little weird, a little
Mm-hmm.
strange. Do you know a lot of people who have houses that are set up like the interior of planes?
Oh, several.
You do.
Several. Yep.
You know several people who have their homes set up like the inside of planes.
Most of my clients.
You came highly recommended.
Oh, thank you.
Most of your clients have homes that look like the inside of planes.
Yes.
Okay, is that their idea or your idea?
It feels like it feels like us coming together on it. In each time.
Who says it first?
I don't remember.
If I said it was you, would you be surprised? Would that surprise you to find out it was you?
No. No, probably not. I probably wouldn't be surprised.
I'm rethinking working with you.
I'm very convincing about this plane thing. I can go on.
All right. Convince me. I've got an open mind.
You'll have many windows, many small windows, each with independent window shades. There'll be magazines available in pockets along the walls. Uh, there will be every seat has a light above it and a fan, so people are very comfortable The TV would be at the far end of a row of seats.
I'd like to do aerobics in front of the TV. Would I have room, or would it be like an aisle?
You'd have to duck.
Duck? Why?
Yeah.
Are you going to lower the ceilings?
Yes, we have to encapsulate it.
This sounds like a terrible idea. How expensive is this?
Very.
Okay, so look, this isn't for me. Maybe you could recommend someone to me that I could go to in town who does interior design, because it's really important to me. I've had as you know, a very bad situation from about 6 years ago, and then the last 5 years have been kind of a wash working at that abattoir. I don't know what I was thinking. It's great benefits and a strong hourly pay, but bad vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone you know who maybe could work with a man like me and freshen this place up a bit in a more traditional way?
Captain Stoneham.
Captain Stoneham?
Captain Stoneham. He's the other interior designer in this city that I feel most comfortable with passing a client off to.
In Springfield. There's only 2 interior designers in all of Springfield, Missouri?
Yes.
Captain Stoneham. It sounds like a college movie sidekick.
He's a ship captain.
He's an actual captain.
Mm-hmm.
And his name's Captain. His last name is Stone. How do you spell that? Is it STONE''EM?
Yes.
That sounds like a made-up name. That sounds like a...
I would watch out, though.
What?
He's going to try to convince you to redecorate this place like the inside of a tugboat.
The inside of a tugboat?
Yes. So besides that, he's great.
What's a tugboat? The kind of boat that pulls a ship that's kind of broken?
Yes, like a little tank, little water tank.
Yeah. It seems unlikely to me that you're the 2 interior designers. So you're telling me if anyone in the city of Springfield goes for professional advice as to how to decorate, they're either going to get the inside of a plane or the inside of a tugboat?
Mm-hmm. Well, let me take you on a tour of the neighborhood. I don't think you know how permissive this is.
I have lived my life in something of a bubble since my family was murdered. I've closed myself off to what's going on around me. I've retreated inside of myself. It's possible that what you say is true.
You should come over for dinner.
Well, I'm not going to be surprised if your house looks like the inside of a plane. You like the idea. But I'm saying, is most of the city right now, are people mostly living inside apartments that look like the inside of planes or trains? Or boats? I'm sorry. No one looks like they're inside of the train, do they?
No. No, I do.
You have an apartment that looks like the inside of a train?
Yes.
It seems so counterintuitive. Don't you feel frustrated when you go on a trip? Don't you feel like you're just back in your home?
Yes. It is. I never go on trips. It just reminds me of home.
Look, I don't want you to be offended.
Yes.
What's that?
No, please.
I don't want you to be offended.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to find an interior designer from another city.
Oh.
Maybe even move out of this city. Someplace. I might move. It scares me. It scares me that I live in a city where I found myself embroiled in a power struggle with a serial killer. That to me feels intensely strange. Just on its own, very unlikely. And then to find out that everyone in the city is kind of decorating their places in this sort of, unusual is a fair description. Unusual way.
Thank you.
Well, that's not meant as a compliment. If it was just you, maybe, but the entire city feels a bit like overkill. I mean, what if everyone started using cups that looked like tennis balls, that had the same size and shape as tennis balls, and the liquid would just bounce off of it? You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not very functional, is it?
No, I see your point.
I mean, you poke a hole in the tennis ball, and squeeze the fluid inside and then squirt it into your mouth, but it hardly as functional as a cup.
Right.
I want a place I can come home at the end of the day, do a little aerobics,
Mm-hmm.
drop my bags on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
vacuum a rug.
Mm-hmm.
How do you vacuum underneath airplane chairs?
Mm. There's an attachment. It's an attachment for your vacuum that comes with the decor.
Well, it's a better answer than I thought I'd get.
You know, you could decorate your apartment like my mom.
What'd she do?
She has a very nice Danish modern look.
Her apartment does?
Yes,
Her
it's
home?
all the furniture's Danish modern. It's very, very, there's a lot of woods.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with Danish modern
Um,
interior design.
it's very spare. It's very wood and natural materials.
That sounds good to me.
Yes.
Could you do that?
No. I do not get along with her.
You don't have to get along with her. You could just design my apartment that way. You could make my home look that way.
Fine.
This feels like what happened 6 years ago.
What?
This feels, I have to tell you, this feels very similar to how I met Barry Roberts. Barry Roberts, the man who murdered my family. It feels extremely similar to that.
In what way?
Well, it's confrontational unnecessarily. I don't know, you're an interior designer. I don't know why you'd be angry that I'm giving you business. I don't know. I don't want my home to look like the inside of a plane. I hope that's okay with you.
Well,
I hope
what do you want it to look like?
Oh, I'd like it to look, I suppose, a far second would be a Danish modern design. But really what I would like it to look like is like the interior of the apartment in the TV show Friends. I'd like it to look like that.
Well, I can do that.
All right, well then do that. And don't murder anyone I love while you're doing it. Okay?
I wasn't going to.
Okay, well don't. Because it feels very similar to what Barry Roberts did to me and to my family. More importantly, to my family, not to me, but to my family. And he paid the price. He's in prison now.
All right. Whatever you want.
Glad you're not like Barry.
No? Good.
That's our show. Hey, everybody, that's our show. This man's not going to kill people, I know. He's not going to do it. This has been e-mprov, and I have been very pleased and honored to have been performing with Topher Bellavia. My name's Terry Withers. And Topher, do you have anything you want to say before I hit the button to stop the broadcast?
No, thank you very much, Jerry. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.